It's your girl Lucci. Welcome to another foundation fever video. Before I even go ahead to talk about this foundation, can I just wish you guys a happy Black History Month? It's a really good time in the year where we just celebrate Black culture, Black everything. Not that you shouldn't be celebrating it all year long, but this is a month. And I have so many things planned for Black History Month. I think I'm exaggerating. What I mean by so many things planned is I have purchased a lot of products from Black owned or Black catered companies, so I will be reviewing them. I'm still waiting for some of them to arrive. I literally purchased most of them last week. I'm gonna be reviewing them throughout the month and throughout the year, you know, because we shouldn't just celebrate our people in February alone. We should celebrate our people all year long. So let's just go ahead and start this foundation fever video. So in today's video, I'm gonna be reviewing the Iman Luxury Concealing Foundation. This is what it looks like. I got this foundation last week. I actually ended up purchasing it from Amazon because I found that it was cheaper on Amazon. So if you go on imancosmetics.com, it actually says that this foundation is 15 bucks. Okay, no, 16 actually. So it says it's $16. However, if you go on their Amazon site, because they do sell them on Amazon as well, it's actually about 10 bucks on Amazon, which I thought was interesting. Like, why is it $6 higher on your website than it is on Amazon? I'm gonna go ahead and place that link in the description bar because it is a cheaper price. I think the packaging is beautiful. I love the gold cap. It makes it look luxurious. It looks really clean and nice. The bottle is actually plastic. I don't care too much, but I prefer glass bottles anyway. This is the part that I have to, you know, like straight up con. This is like a straight up con. This foundation is worth 10 bucks, but it only comes with 0.5 fluid ounce. That is half of what you would usually get with your other foundations. Most foundations come with a fluid ounce or even more. Like my Fenty Beauty foundation comes with a little bit over a fluid ounce, and most drugstore foundation also come with a fluid ounce. So I don't understand why this is only 0.5. You know, it's like you're getting half, but you're paying the same price. And another thing that I'm kind of giving them the side eye for is, if this is actually $16, so you're telling me I'm gonna pay $16 for 0.5 fluid ounce, that's ridiculous. So that means to get a full fluid ounce, it's going to be $32, which is pretty much high end. That is like Sephora price. That's like what you would find in a high end store, and we know that this is not a high end product. This is a drugstore product. To be honest, except this is going to end up being your favorite foundation, I find that I hardly ever use up my foundations because I have so many and I rotate through them. If you actually end up really liking this foundation, just keep in mind that it's not gonna last very long. I'm gonna go off and read what the website says. Full coverage, long wear formula will give you a flawless and radiant complexion. Its beautiful and versatile coverage makes the ultimate 2-in-1 foundation. So they claim to be beautiful. It also claims that it's long wearing. So we're going to be testing all those out in today's video. I have decided to change the format of my foundation fever. Half of my face I'm going to do with just the foundation, and then the other half of my face I'm going to support with a primer, and I'm also going to do like the powder before foundation half. And this is because I have come to realize that most foundations never last on my skin. Like, they just don't last on their own. The only way foundations last on me is if I support it with a really good primer and I do the whole powder before foundation half. Every time I do a foundation review, the product just doesn't last more than 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours, except for a few foundations that I've tried on. And I feel like at this point I've come to accept the fact that even if it's advertised as a mattifying foundation, it's just not gonna mattify me, just because I have really oily skin and my skin is always constantly producing oil. You open it up and it has a pump, which is really good. I love that it comes with a pump. I'm gonna be using this primer. This is my Benefit Professional Primer. So I'm going to put that on this half of my face here. So now I'm gonna go in with my Sacha Buttercup powder, and I'm just going to place that on this side of my face too. I'm gonna go ahead and start the foundation application, going in with just one pump to start with. I'm gonna go in with this brush from Vanity Planet. I'm gonna use that to blend my face, to blend the foundation. This foundation looks like a perfect match. Like, it matches very well with my face. So far, it's blending very smooth, very easy. I'm not having any difficulties blending this. I'm gonna need another mirror just so I can see close up, because right now it's blending super flawlessly. Wow. Whoa. You guys, look at my skin. Like, look at my skin. It's either my skin is like super good now and like very clear, or these foundations are actually giving me like some really flawless look. You guys, this foundation is giving me natural but flawless. Like, that's what I'm getting from it. Like, it's not heavy, it's not cakey, it's super duper lightweight. Like, I don't feel like I have anything on my skin right now. That's how lightweight it feels. Like, it feels like skin. I'm just supplementing my skin. It's not cakey at all, especially after wearing the new Maybelline Superstay foundation. Comparing it to this, girl, where's the foundation, guys? Like, where? Foundation, where? I'm not even wearing foundation right now. It feels like skin, and it is a perfect color match for my face. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and blend out this side of my face using my e.l.f. sponge. Oh, I need to color correct. You know what, how about we just go on so you guys can actually see the coverage, because this is where I have scars on my face. I might need a little more foundation on this side, because as you guys know, beauty blenders tend to take up a lot of the makeup. So whenever I use a beauty blender, I always feel like I have to go back in with another layer, just because it takes off some of the foundation. This foundation actually dries pretty fast, so I would suggest you go ahead and blend it as soon as you apply. This is what one layer of the foundation is looking like. The middle of my forehead definitely looks unblended. I'm gonna go in with another layer, but I just really wanted to show you guys what one layer looks like. Can you guys also tell the difference between this side without the primer versus this side? This looks more matte and this looks dewy. So I'm gonna go in with another layer just to see if it's buildable, because they do claim that it's buildable and we're testing all the claims. So this is what 2 layers of the foundation looks like on my skin. This is the side without any primer or powder, and this is the side with primer and powder. This is my scar area. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup. I'm actually gonna do it on camera this time, but I'm gonna be quiet throughout the whole time because I've got some YouTube videos to catch up on, okay? Just enjoy me beat my face. Been about an hour and 15 minutes or so since I applied this foundation. The time is currently 3:15. I feel like after putting on the Maybelline Superstay foundation and seeing how cakey that was on my skin, this is a breath of fresh air. Like, this Iman foundation, when you apply it, it actually applies really flawless. I feel like I've been slacking. Like, what have I been doing with my life? Like, why am I only discovering this foundation now? Because no, it's not even new. It's been out since 2016, like late 2016. I feel like this could be a easily be a nice everyday foundation. We still, of course, have to test the longevity. It doesn't feel heavy. It's very lightweight. It gave me really good coverage. I'm gonna do a close-up so you guys can see what it looks like now that all my foundation is done. It just really gives me a really natural but enough coverage. I would say it's a medium coverage. This is not a thick foundation even after having 2 layers. When you first apply the 1 layer, it gives you a light to medium coverage, and then with the 2nd layer you get a fully medium coverage, which I actually like. I used to be very into heavy foundations and, like, you know, the thick full coverage foundations when I had a lot of acne and I had a lot of scars to cover up. Now that my skin is more on the smooth side and I don't have as much blemishes, I appreciate a medium coverage foundation these days. Like, I don't want to feel like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. I want to feel natural and flawless at the same time, and this is what you're gonna get with this foundation. It's gonna give you that glow, like a natural glow. It's not too matte, it's not too drying, it's just enough coverage and enough glow. This foundation comes in 8 different shades, and my shade Clay 1 was the 4th shade, like the 4th lightest shade, or like the 5th darkest. I do feel like they could have an even bigger shade range. It could definitely come in more shades because the darkest shade is even not all that. This foundation you can get at certain drugstores. I searched all over in Iowa. As you guys know, I live in Iowa, and I could not find it anywhere here. It wasn't even listed on their websites as one of the states that they cover, but I'm pretty sure if you live in like bigger cities with a lot more diverse populations, you guys will have no troubles finding this foundation. I did highlight here and highlight there, but usually I judge a foundation based on my T-zone area because I don't get super shiny around the sides of my face. I usually get shiny in my forehead, my nose, around here, like literally this whole section is where I get shiny. I actually have a lot of errands to run today. I have to go to the post office, which I've been putting off for so long, and I'm gonna go grocery shopping. I'm gonna take you guys with me so you guys can see what it looks like in natural light, and I'll do my final check-in around maybe 6 p.m. So I said I was gonna show you guys my makeup and like the foundation outside, but it's already late. Like, do you guys see? Like, it's already dark outside, so I'm gonna try, but it's not gonna be like daylight. So guys, I'm at Target and I came here to get this huge mirror that I want to put in my in front of our dresser, the dresser in our bedroom, and it's gone. I saw it here 2 weeks ago. I should have just bought it, but now it's gone. Let's see what else they have. What is this? This is what my makeup is looking like right now. This is the side without the product, and this is the side with the powder and everything. So, can you guys tell any difference or no? I almost cannot tell a difference. Looks like I have a healthy glow. It's not super oily or greasy. It's just like a healthy glow, but my nose is really shiny though. Look, ignore this. This is my highlighter, but look at the sides. I've had worse oiliness, so this is not too bad. I've had this foundation on for close to 7 hours. This is the time right now. So this is what my face looks like right now. Can you guys tell the difference between the non-primer, non-powder side versus the powder and primer side? To be honest, they both look really dewy, greasy, oily. I can tell that my forehead is a little bit matter on the powder side compared to here. And even above my brow, I don't have as much oil as I do on this side. But around my nose, it looks pretty much the same. Around this area. Let's look at the side. I feel like this definitely looks a little bit shinier. So guys, I did not blot at all. I did not touch my face. So I'm gonna go ahead and blot my face so that you guys can see how much oil came out. One thing that is actually really impressive about this foundation is despite how oily and greasy my face looks right now, the foundation is not separating. It's literally staying on my face, which is really encouraging because if I go ahead and blot, I'm not gonna see patches of foundation, you know, like all over my face where the foundation came off. Usually with other foundations, when I get this oily, you're gonna see separation around my nose, around like my forehead, this area, my chin area. But right now the foundation looks oily, but it has stayed put on my face. So this is what my face looks like after blotting once. Final review of this foundation. This is definitely one of my favorite foundations already. I honestly cannot remember a foundation aside from like one of my staples. I don't remember a recent foundation, maybe aside from the Fenty Beauty, lasting this long on my face after 7 hours. Usually I have to take down my foundation around the 4th to 5th hour mark just because it doesn't last, and even after I blot it, the foundation starts to come off. You guys can see how I blotted this foundation, but it's still on my face. I don't have any patches. I look good. Now that the makeup is blotted, it looks like hour 1 or 2 of having this foundation on, and this is my 7th hour of having this foundation on. I'm actually very impressed, and I feel like gonna be hands down in my top 10 favorite foundation list. I apologize if the audio is off right now. I just realized I didn't have my microphone on, so right now I'm just using my camera mic and it might be crappy, and I apologize. Like usually when my face starts to get oily with other foundations, my face feels heavy and cakey. Like I can tell my oils are seeping through because my makeup starts to feel really heavy and cakey. With this one, I knew my face was oily, but I did not feel it, and I only knew it because I vlogged a little bit and I could see, you know, in the mirrors and the stores that my face was really oily, but it did not feel heavy. It didn't feel like I had foundation on. It just still felt really nice and really natural, and I don't have any creasing. I don't have any weird thing. The only complaint I have with this foundation is how much you get in it, which I feel like you don't get enough for what you're paying for. And then my second only complaint is the oiliness, which, you guys, it wasn't crazy. Like, you guys have seen me review high-end foundations and you saw what they did on my face. So I would definitely recommend this foundation. I would give this foundation an 8 out of 10. I will give it an 8.5. 8 is just me being stingy. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10, which is really high because I usually don't rate foundations that high. So I'm really impressed. I think you guys should definitely go purchase this. You're going to love it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I have already ordered new foundations that I'm gonna be reviewing. I ordered the Danessa Myrix foundation as well as some beauty bakery stuff that I'm gonna be reviewing pretty soon. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe so that we can join the Lucci gang. Okay, join the Lucci gang, don't miss out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting, and I'll see you in my other videos. Bye bye.